Hello, I knew I wanted to do a festive video today, and I debated doing a kind of tag video, I debated doing a general bookish gift guide, and none of them overly excited me, so I thought instead I would do a kind of take on a bookish gift guide, in that I'm going to talk about what you can buy for the bibliophile in your life. Now, I know it's kind of last minute now, but books are an excellent last minute gift because, you know, bookshops are always there and waiting and stocked, and they're just easy places to go and get some fantastic gifts. But if you're anything like me, as a book lover, people just don't buy me books, and it makes me really sad. Now, partly this is because I don't really have any bookish people in my life who would know the kind of things that I would like, but mainly it's because people find that if they do buy me books, and admittedly the last sort of 3-4 times that somebody's tried to buy me books, they've bought me books that I've already got, because bookish people buy a lot of books and it can be really hard to know what you can get them that they're not already going to have. But I have some sneaky suggestions today that could just help you buy the book lover in your life something that they really don't have yet. Now, the first point is a really simple one. Just ask them what they want. I know I always have a wish list on my Goodreads account of all the books that I want to buy. I always know the books that I'm looking out for in my head, and I'm sure most bibliophiles will feel the same way. So if you just ask them, I know it's not the most exciting thing, but it's a way to make sure that you get a book that you know that they want. It's an easy way because they're always going to have some books that they can just list off to you. If you want to still keep it a surprise, you could do what me and my partner do sometimes, where I give him my Goodreads password and he just goes in and picks the books off my wish list, which is quite exciting because a lot of the time I add books on there and then totally forget about them anyway. So it's still a surprise. But yeah, just ask them. It's easy, it's going to make everybody happy, and do you know what? Sometimes surprise gifts are overrated. Number 2 is kind of another simple one, but it's surprisingly one that many people don't do, is just to check their bookshelves. I certainly love to have all my books out on display, and again, most bibliophiles do, so just check out their bookshelf next time you're at their house. Okay, you might not be able to memorise like 500 books all in one go, but it'll give you an idea of A, their tastes, and B, the books that they've already got, and I think especially bookish people also tend to categorise their books in terms of genre or author, so you'll be able to see, if you pinpoint a genre, you'll be able to see what they've got in that genre, the authors that they like in that genre. Excuse the noise, that's my rabbit thumping because he doesn't like me talking. And things like that. So it'll be an easy way to get a quick idea of some of the kinds of things that they might like, some of the kinds of things that you could look for in a bookshop. Number 3 is to just watch them in a bookshop. Go Christmas shopping, go for a little outing, go for a cup of tea or something, and stop off in a bookshop. They're going to enjoy that because I always do. And then you can just watch what they pick up, what they put down. I think a lot of people who love books, when we go into a bookshop, we have to be very selective about what we pick up. So, you know, doing that is a good way to get an idea of the books that they pick up, the books that they read the blurbs of and things like that, and then you can go in there later and buy the books that they showed the most interest in. And number 4, I think it's number 4, yes, it's number 4, is the last point really, and that is to buy them a nice edition of a book that you know they love. I think this is probably one of the easiest ones, and I know to some people the idea of rebuying an edition of a book that somebody already owns multiple copies of sometimes can seem really insane, but to book lovers, books are more than just the physical object of reading the book. It's about having a collection, it's about building a library, and beautiful books are always going to win. Okay, they might not necessarily read that exact edition straight away, but they're going to appreciate having it on their bookshelves, and there are some amazing editions out there, especially of classics. You've got the vintage classics, the cloth-bound classics, you've got the Russian classics now, you've got, I think they've got out some new Japanese classics this year, so vintage books are always a good one. Or just look at the really pretty books in the bookshop. Most bookshops will have a separate section for special editions, and they're not actually as much more expensive. They're not as expensive as you might think, especially things like the cloth-bound classics. They're quite reasonable, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and any bibliophile in your life is going to like them, especially if it's a book that they famously love. So those are all my points. I hope you found them useful. If you are looking for some last minute gifts, do head to your local bookshop because they're just the best, and I think you can always do well with a bookish gift. Even if that person seems like they've got all the books in the world, they still will love more. So this is probably actually my last video before Christmas, so Merry Christmas, have a good one. Let me know down below if you've bought any fantastic bookish gifts this year, and I will see you on the other side. Bye!